Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Nerd Chronicles, with your host, the socially awkward nerd, Christian Paul speaking. And y'all, I just dug Lily back up into the crates of one Miss Brittany Venti, the tragic mulatto that's literally gone buck wild all the way in the early days of streaming. And mind you, her early days of streaming in regards to anti-blackness, trolling, alt-right mindsets, incel mentalities, all those things, has propelled her into the streamer and influencer that she is currently today on various platforms. Now, this is when Brittany was 20 years old, or should we say Brittany Deer was 20 years old, and she was definitely up dealing with Twitch prior to Twitch mainly booted her out, given her ratchetivity that's been going on up in there based on the behavior that she's been acting up, especially with the footage that I am about to show you right now. And I told you, I received this clip from a subscriber that recorded clips off of Brittany Deer's Twitch, Brittany Venti's Twitch, around the time that I was still active at the time. And they ended up posting up on YouTube, actually trying to post it up as evidence, actively condemning what has actually been seen. And this is around the time that Brittany here has joined an alt-right rally up at the University of Virginia in 2017, and which is a Unite the Right rally up in Charlottesville, right? Causing a bunch of chaos due to the fact that, you know, the mindset of people like her feel like the white man or the white person is literally about to be extinct in their demented mind, thinking it's going to be the end of the world. Now thinking that's the end of the world. Once that, you know, the white folks literally up in society are dwindling down or decreasing in population, the hardcore, alt-right, incel, white supremacist demons that practice that wicked culture, okay, have gone off and lost their minds, just as many Europeans did it back in the day up in history 5,000 years ago. So, before I move forward with this, I do want to warn everybody, ladies and gentlemen, that these scenes that you are about to see coming from her mouth and coming from that rally is also extremely graphic. There's some discriminatory stuff that's there, racial slurs, the whole 9 yards. I do want to apologize to folks within those groups that are going to be affected, definitely are going to be affected in advance. This is in no way for me to belittle or harm. This is me actually trying to provide evidence and to provide verification on how dusty Brittany Venti really is, given her dusty mindset, especially the way that she acted recently up in Halloween. All right? I condemn, okay, and I repeat, I condemn the behaviors on what's been going on up in this video that I'm about to show y'all. So, let's get rolling. This is Brittany Venti attending the Charlottesville neo-Nazi rally.
White lives matter. White lives matter. White lives
Oh goodness. Collecting thousands upon $1,000, talking about their experience on Dream on making anti-Semitic jokes. Utterly despicable, utterly unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? I do condemn this type of behavior literally right here. You know what I'm saying? I want to actively say it just to be very clear to the general public that's watching this clip right here.
I went to
Disgusting.
Charlottesville. I went in on, I think I should start from the very beginning.
We are live in Charlottesville, Virginia. Big glass here. Yeah. It's a zoo out here with Brittany Venti.
You got like one of those alt-right streamers named Baked Alaska, you know, up in them social media days. God knows what they doing, but not only yes, they obviously are the most dangerous people definitely on the earth because they're very blatant with their racism. And they're very blatant, literally practicing their culture of wickedness, as you see here. They are also dusty. Literally lose their minds for what? You know what I mean? Or replacement of a species. Replace it just because you ain't getting things your way. You really want to just act out as the excuse right in front of a school, a public research university. I don't know if let me try to take that back. Let me try and make sure I get this right in regards to University of Virginia. Let's go look into University of Virginia, whether or not it's actually a public school or a private school. Let me try to make sure I get everything there. It is a public university up by Charlottesville that the Commonwealth of Virginia mainly pays for, right? So let's go back to this clip here in which you see Brittany join these incels here, okay, that are acting a fool.
What up, fam? We're live too.
And ladies and gentlemen, you see on this little center here is 20-year-old Brittany Venti, ladies and gentlemen.
Shit is wild out here. We got hundreds of people out here with torches.
It just seemed like a sea of endless people. I was breathless. My breath was taken away. Siege towers, pretty much.
And mind you, she's a half-black woman. She was raised by a black mother. Mind you, I do want to actually let y'all know out there. All right? And I'm going to get to all this definitely at the end here. Ooh, James Mason. Who in the fuck is he, man? Who is this fuckface right here? Oh, God.
I was breathless. My breath was taken away. Siege towers, pretty much.
James Nolan Mason is an American neo-Nazi. Not believes that Nazis can take power as long as the existing U.S. government remains in place. What a devil, man. He's a straight-up devil, man. And I get it. I know some of y'all have family members or who have loved ones or ancestors who have suffered through the Holocaust, and it's very an unfortunate tragedy that's gone down. And there's other people that have ancestors that have gone through senseless, unspeakable tragedies all over the world in regards to the Nationalist Socialist Party, right? Utterly despicable shit, utterly despicable down to the core. Again, I highly condemn this behavior. Wow.
They were like soldiers going in,
Yeah!
Disgusting. And you see Brittany just walking up the clip, really just like laughing all around with glee, man. Very demonic.
I really wish I had the chance to get a good shot of the crowd with the tiki torches going in, but it was amazing, guys. It was actually beautiful in person.
We are out here standing strong in Charlottesville, Virginia. Unite the right.
Y'all are dusty. Y'all dusty then and y'all dusty now. Remember that.
A few other people at that point was a Baked Alaska and a few others.
Proud to be white, brother. Proud to be white. We're proud to be white. Hail Victory.
And y'all got all your white privileges. Y'all got everything in your book. Y'all still mad? Even when Trump is currently in office now, you got everything you wanted. But yet you still unhappy. Yet you still miserable. And that rally at the time, Trump was still in office. He was presidential then while serving, being the 45th president of the United States, serving his first term. And yet y'all still mad. Y'all still losing your shit. And why are them folks over here losing their shit? Why? Because they're reprobate. MAGA!
Hell yeah!
White lives matter! White lives matter! White lives matter!
I heard it was going to be a huge event, that it was going to make history. And I wanted to be there to see that, and I'm glad I was there to see it.
Dustiness to the core. If this was a Black Lives Matter rally, wouldn't even get to the level of the ratchetivity that you mainly see up here. And there's no police presence. There's no tear gas. There's no rubber bullets. There's no armed guards regarding with military police and guarded police. There's no National Guard actually trying to curb this type of behavior. But if this was an actual Black Lives Matter rally, the block would be super hot. You know what I'm saying? The block would be rolling AR-15s, loading up. Real guns, toy guns, rubber bullets, God knows how it may be. The block would literally be super hot. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is pre-insurrection days. You feel me? That's going on up in that White House. You got Proud Boys. You actually having the same stuff up in the Proud Boys area. Like the moment that Joe Biden was elected around late 2020 when I was living up in D.C. at the time. During the height of the COVID pandemic. And the block was literally super hot then. All right? Literally ratcheted up. Way worse than this.
It actually feels like a gang fight when you're out there, Juice.
That's as far as you can go, baby.
Oh my God.
Hold me. I got you.
Y'all look dusty as fuck.
Holy shit. Guys, pray for us.
Y'all literally dusty as fuck right now.
Guys, holy shit.
The fights break out, and I'm like right there. Like the fight's in front of me, I'm right here. So I'm really, really close to it. So I had to, because I was streaming, I had to be careful not to get into a fight.
Whoa.
Dusty.
The fight started.
Dusty.
And
Dusty.
after that,
Dusty.
Team Tiki Torch won.
Oh my God. All these white asses.
It was called Unite the Right. It's pretty self-explanatory. People from the right, all the way from like centrist.
Yeah, the all-right mindset right there. Brittany has that for he's been having that for a very, very long time.
Meaning right to like 88 right.
And mind you, there are lots of people literally supporting that content right there. Up on Twitch, literally donating to her platform at the time that her Twitch was mainly still rolling, mind you. I do want to let you guys know that.
And there was plenty
Saying
of
that
people
Seek
further
How
to the
Cham,
right that
and you see some of the people that have like these anti-Semitic posts that you're going to be seeing later in this video when it comes to the comment section, and people literally donating money down to her stream and her Twitch handle.
also what it was, a mixture of people. Once we walked out of the park, this guy that was apparently Jewish, and he started coming at Baked Alaska, and there was a few other people around. And this guy was getting Baked Alaska's face, and apparently he had been stalking Baked Alaska all evening or something like that.
Like the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Alright, so this is the Jewish gentleman that you see up in the left, and on the right is the Baked Alaska with the Don't Tread on Me logo hat that he's wearing right now.
Oh no! I'm not shaking your hand. Because you're a piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. The SPLC, media matters, ADL, you guys are all pieces of shit. That's all he likes to do. You're
And Brittany is right there behind the scenes actually taking the glee. And pardon the little side note, ladies and gentlemen, I got like some automated messages that's actually coming through the phone. So if you hear that beep, that's basically where it's coming from. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you're seeing literally right here.
He admitted he's following me around all day. Guys, we got the SPLC. No one cares about you. SPLC out here. This guy's the SPLC. Fucking faggot. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Yeah, you're a faggot. You're a faggot. Later, bro.
A lot of slurs, a lot of homophobic slurs, right?
The guy started arguing with Baked Alaska, and Baked Alaska was like, "You've been following me all day," and then he called him out. He was like, "Are you Jewish?" And like he was with, I forgot what the abbreviation is.
Are you Jewish?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I don't believe that. Semitic blood in there. There's some Semitic blood in there.
Utterly disgusting. Clear-cut, blatant anti-Semitism 101.
When did they start?
You're a fucking idiot.
Detroit, we've been ethnically cleansed out of Detroit for the last 60 years. There's no one that looks like me in Detroit anymore.
I'm not a socialist. Why are your buddies obsessed with Jews? Why are your buddies all neo-Nazis, Baked? You were marching with him. You were marching with him.
The security guard had to, Tony, he had to push the guy down.
Whoa. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
And now they ask question about answer his question about James Field. The suspect actually currently is serving life in prison for the murder of Hedda Hare. Right, so we're able to look into James Fields here, and we look into his prison sentence and how much he's sentenced by in regards with that. So if we're able to, and we know that he is currently convicted for sure, if we're able to look into Wikipedia and see what's going on up in the whole ordeal, his incarceration. Basically, he was accused of threatening a prison officer and ransom weapons in serious incidents. And they have not. Let me see what we got here. December 7, 2018, Fields was found guilty of first-degree murder, hit and run, 8 counts of malicious wounding. On December 11th, the jury recommended life in prison for the killing. And allowing an additional 419 years for their crimes committed, 70 years for each of the 5 malicious wounding charges, 20 for each of them 3 malicious wounding charges, and 9 years on 1 charge leaving the scene of the accident. On July 15, 2019, during the height of the COVID pandemic, Fields was given a second life sentence for the murder hire, with an additional 419 years for the other crimes. Yeah, he is done. This piece of shit is done. And now we got this dusty deuce back here acting a fool around that time while she has that twitch.
While you're telling the whole story, tell us how you spent last night trying to find me, pretend fucking nuclear. Murder was totally innocent. You guys went silent when I posted a whole video. What the fuck happened to you? I wasn't even trying. I said, what does this legally look like? I was not trying to defend him, but objectively, by the way, the whole video doesn't really show anything different. It's just a different.
Yeah, but they had DNA forensic evidence. They had prosecutors actually looking into the crime scene. That's how they were able to find James Fields guilty and convict him.
Angle. Objectively, those were Antifa people and BLM people protest.
Could be Antifa. We don't thoroughly know. It could be. For what we know, partially it could, but we can't say it's like the whole crowd is Antifa people. We don't know that. We don't know. And we don't even know if the lady's actually involved in the protest. But let's go and actually double check and see what's going on and go into the victim's background. Basically, Heather Heyer was the only person that was tragically off in the attack. And she did work a paralegal and basically was looking to become a lawyer at the time. So basically, she let the boyfriend, I think, made a racist comment about Wilson here. Alfred Wilson, the manager of the bankruptcy division and Miller's Law Group. And I'm assuming Andrew Wilson may have been somebody who is non-white. I don't know the actual race. So if I'm able to look into all this stuff, I don't know thoroughly if she's part of Antifa, but still, was that necessary, right? But let's continue what she has to say.
And they did hit his car first, so he actually might get away with that legally.
Now you're just lying through your teeth. The full vid clearly shows him coming at full speed. He is down a street that was blocked, had plenty of time to turn if he didn't want to hurt anyone.
Spot on.
But it also shows, I'm not really here to debate about the car thing. Just remember, Track, that if that woman were alive and one of us would have died, people that are even in the center, if one of us got hit by a car, she would be laughing in your fucking face. So you better stop white knighting her ass.
We don't know. We really don't know. Because we never knew the victim. And how will she be able to actually tell her story? Oh, I forgot. She's been dead for 8 years. And unfortunately, she was offed. So we don't know. Because she's no longer here to actually tell her side of the story on things. We don't know.
Okay? Crying over a joke that I made. Like, cry more. I'm done. Regarding the car driver, from what I saw, his car was damaged before. From what it looks like, his car is damaged from people earlier beating on his car, so he probably just like lost his shit and then did that. I'm saying he's probably going to get away with it because he can claim temporary insanity. People have done that before and it's worked. So don't rage at me. Rage when this is like Zimmerman V2. It doesn't fucking matter. I might as fucking well play Running in the fucking 90s over the clip of that car running over the commies. I might as fucking well, because people are gonna say, oh, you don't feel bad enough. Go fuck yourself.
Dusty.
Honestly, I'm not even required to give a fuck. I am not. Please tell me what the law is for me to be required to give a fuck. They're nice. They're perfectly, like, people will go around and say, you're evil, you're a Nazi. Like, these people are the nicest fucking people. Legitimate Nazis that ended up showing up.
Yeah, they nice. Until they not. When they feel like they done with you and they feel like they use you, you know, they're going to toss you out. Just like the rest of the non-whites that they truly hate so much. They using Brittany right now. And when they gonna feel like they done with her, they gonna literally gonna treat her as like a normal Negro Bedouins. I guarantee that, given their wicked mentality.
Have ever
guaranteed.
Tried to.
How do I know? Because many of them are actually extremely blatant with their culture of racism. Okay, hardcore racism, mind you. I have former friends that used to hang out with, that mainly think that way, and I literally had to cut them off swiftly out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I can't even fuck with people like that. I've seen them before. You know what I'm saying? Some of these folks up here, hardcore Trump supporters, you know, basically making mockery out of other races. I can't fuck with them. I really can't.
Attack. They've never tried to attack me. They all know who I am. They know I'm Brittany Venti. James Fields did nothing wrong.
And meanwhile, he's been sentenced to multiple life sentences in regards to the murder of Hedda Heyer, the unaliving, of Hedda Heyer.
Probably would not have happened had Antifa and BLM not been fucking beating on cars and being violent. You're gonna tell me there was no way that they were like beating on fucking cars and being violent? Yeah, okay. If the police had done their job, that car accident hitting that woman that everyone is really upset about wouldn't have happened. I don't see what's wrong with that.
We don't know.
Unless there's something else, someone else, echoes, that's benefiting from it.
Triple parentheses. This must be the signage of the alt-right here that you see here. Disgusting.
Really coincidental stuff happening with that. Thankful to the Holocaust deniers. Okay. You say it like it's a fucking... I'm glad I went. We can't play Orius's video?
There's a lot of swastika flags.
Oh my god. Disgusting.
Bring it! Bring the fast wave!
So this is the definition of fast wave is a subgenre of vaporwave made to appeal to the alt-right, which combines hardcore techno with alt-right edits. And the example is the alt-right sample coming in with a beat drop, Nazi salute, and it has post-recent American election, and it deals with the Third Reich or any alt-right or white nationalist nature. I did not know that.
I'm surprised no one's taking a gif of me, making it so I'm just like grooving to like the most fucking like Moon Man or some shit.
This is another meaning of the dustiness right here. Y'all are dusty and y'all can't even progress. Y'all are so regressive.
It's another Showa. They act like we're opening up our own fucking gassing camps. You know, it's like small businesses. Just, you know, gas the small clumps. Like, I already know two people off the top of my head that got fucking Showa because of this.
Let me go back to what she said here.
Off the top of my head that got fucking Showa because of this.
So the Showa is basically the mass unaliving of Jews under the German Nazi regime during the Holocaust regime between the years of 1941 and 1945. That is some anti-Semitic shit right there. It's utterly disgusting. Despicable.
We can't let these white supremacists get there. We'll have another Showa. And these opinions are reasonable. They're not fucking having private owned gassing camps.
Disgusting.
Tell me this war march isn't baller. Sure, the Germans used it, but it oozes beauty, purity, and fertility. Fucking people with the Nazi flags weren't even fucking violent. And that's the people with the fucking Nazi flags, and they weren't fucking violent.
And mind you, she received thousands of dollars spewing this dusty shit. Oh, you know why? Because many people that actually watch her stuff have the same exact mindset and the same exact culture as her, irregardless of race. Wow, Tiki Torches, Dusty. Wow.
Oh my god! Thank you so much for the 100 coins. Thank you so much for my participation shekels. I deserve the Manuka honey. If you're Jewish, please let me know so I can change your top donator thing from Goy to back to God's Chosen. Thank you for the 1488 Aaron Ramon.
Disgusting. 1488 is the 14 words. They're desperately trying to secure the existence of white people exclusively. And mind you, Brittany is non-white because he's half black. And yes, he wants to be white so bad. Desperately.
Yeah. Where did I leave off before I got distracted by all these shekels? Yeah, that's right. Nazi gets shekels. Oh. Good Goy, thank you for the 5 coins. Thank you for the 1 coin. And people are gonna start thinking like I only accept white people's monies. Like, no, I accept all people's shekels.
Yeah, because you use them, that's why. But doesn't mean you're gonna treat them respectfully. That's the difference.
Thank you for the 10 coins. Europe is like where the Holocaust happened. You're basically giving me Nazi money. Thank you for the 20 coins. Thank you so fucking much. JB yourself for the 300 coins. JB yourself, thank you so much for the 193. Yeah. 15 coins. 15 coins from Cuba. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be accepting tips in these cups. You can go ahead and tip me 2 coins for that. Okay, I see a lot of racism in my chat going on right now. I'm seeing a lot of blackface.
Yeah, this dusty trash mulatto is just can't help herself, can she?
But just know that I hold my shekels closely to my heart. I don't know what I should put my next goal as. Yeah. Get like $1,000. Thank you for the 20 coins. Give me those shekels, boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Get like $1,000. Thank you for the 20 coins. Give me those shekels, boy. Thank you for your mass amounts of shekels. It's like I'm gonna have to put my goal at like 7,000 at this rate. I really like that red bulletproof purse. I think I need it. I think 1,500 is reasonable for that. Maybe I'll have an eye bag removal surgery fund. Thank you so much for helping me get a bulletproof purse. And oh yeah, I have to make a goal. I think to buy a politician for a day, that's like $10,000. Let's make it 10,000. Thank you so much. Like, I love streaming. I'm fine with this being my job. Fucking hear that. Thank you for the 55 coins. I will shower myself in shekels. Thank you for the 10 coins. What if I gave you 100 euros, Brittany? Then I would hit myself with a shekel. This is my homeless begging cup. Rabbi approved. If you guys would like to donate to a tribeswoman like myself and Omay, can I see your tits? I've spent almost near 100 euros on you. I might consider it. Like, you know, if you keep donating. Joke's on you guys, I already shit myself, so now I can't stream myself like that. It's only a 5-second stream because it's just pee.
Dusty. Yeah, until she got herself removed on Twitch, though.
Did you just donate me $20,000? Is this even legal to donate someone $20,000 to own
Dusty.
your ex? Okay, JB yourself, thank you for the $10,000. But you know what would really make these incels upset and my ex? Donating $1 million. I bet that'll really get them. Right, buddy? Who donates a year's worth of salary to some YouTube thought? Because I deserve it more than you. Like, it's not my fault that I deserve money more than you. It's not my fault that someone likes me more than you. And they like me.
Yeah, because a lot of them literally think the same way, and they are dusty as you and have the same mindset as Miss Brittany Venti and have alt-right mindsets. That's why they out here donating. Not only that, many of them are literally incels, involuntary celibates. Rather than actually just going out there and literally try to actually enjoy life, experiment, be social, a lot of y'all literally out here literally choosing to be hateful right now. Utterly disgusting, utterly despicable down to the core.
Me so much more than you that they're willing to give me $30,000, but you need to learn to cope with that, and you need to learn to reduce your sodium, because listen, not only are you going to be poor, but you're also never going to be as good as me in order to receive the treatment that you are so jealous of that you want. Like, I know you want this $30,000 right here, but you're never going to have it, and I will. I know I'm better than you when it comes to looks, and now I'm better than you when it comes to how much people like me.
Yeah, but you're shitty in character, though. And you're shitty in character now.
And that I'm better than you in how much money that I get. But you know what? There's no need in being poor, salty, and angry. You could just be poor. There will always be someone that likes me more than you, that is willing to give me the money to not have a job. Have fun flipping burgers. Guys, I have to go enjoy my $30,000. I'm busy.
This demon over here crashed into a car, and then I'm literally killing Heather High up in the up in the first place. Oh man! Once again, condolences go out to Heather's family and friends in regards to this senseless tragedy. I know it's been 8 years. I don't know, it's definitely been a lot, but that can never replace the void that Heather filled in a lot of people's lives. And it's very, very tragic.
It was amazing, guys. Like, it was actually beautiful in person. I heard it was going to be a huge, huge event, that it was going to make history. And I wanted to be there to see that, and I'm glad I was there to see it.
So there you have it. The dustiness has literally been on full display. Okay? And as I said before, people that have Brittany's mindset, or Pearly Things mindset, Myron Gaines' mindset, Roller Tomasi's mindset, Jay Wallace mindset, because a lot of these people up in the pseudo red pill community, up in that little alt-right bubble, a lot of them are mainly incels and hardcore. They practice a hardcore culture of racism. Okay, they're cultural deviants. All right, these are the people that you need to withdraw and that you need to leave alone as soon as possible before you get wrecked and before your reputation could potentially be tarnished. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, to those that are offended by some of the words that Brittany has said and the way that she has acted in regards with this, once again, I truly apologize in regards to the foolishness that you have saw, which is utterly despicable. It's just utterly deplorable, down literally to decor, and which is why I stressed from the last video in regards to Brittany Venti. All right, they do not deserve your attention at all. Like, the moment they start pulling out that blackface nonsense and all the racial slurs lead down to the core, they are showing desperation, for one. Okay, they are showing desperation due to the fact that they're deeply insecure within themselves, and they have like a big, huge void that they just don't want to fill, literally trying to be secure within themselves due to the fact they worry too much about other people other than themselves. That's how they end up being mainly salty. And with narcissistic people like those literally up in the alt-right, okay, that have that mindset, they feel they gotta be whole in their minds by draining the energy literally out of other people and literally sucking them out to dry. Those days are slowly eroding down to the core, and they are further losing their minds more and more and more due to the fact that they're losing power and they're losing numbers. They don't know how else to be. They don't know how else to progress. All they're going to do is literally regress further, further down the line as the future mainly goes on, and the world, including the United States of America, gets more browner and browner and browner. You feel me? All right? And I said once before, no matter what Brittany does, these dudes from the alt-right, all these pure white men, them pure white folks from the alt-right, they're going to cast her astray just like as they do towards all the other non-white folks, the non-pure whites. They will do the same to them as they've done to us.